Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're gonna be taking a look at a scenario where Gabon forms an empire. As you can see, capital cities. So, Gabon is pretty strong. They're basically stronger than Equatorial Guinea, which is not equatorial right now, but they are in their empire video. Sorry. So first things first, they're gonna go after Equatorial Guinea. So they send forces into the mainland of Equatorial Guinea, taking them over with relative ease. God, the straight line borders are horrendous. Don't worry, they'll fix it soon enough. But they also will Yeet and Yeetus. While they're at it, they'll also take this and this. And then the peace treaty, pretty simple, full annexation. Oh. Yep, pretty simple annexation. It's pretty simple. Now what you gotta do is if there's anything there, yeetily deet. Just get rid of the capital city area. Then you get this. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. There. Now what they will do is they'll go after... They're actually going to go after the Republic of the Congo. But first, hold on. Let me just... Anobon, Sao Tome, Principe, Bioko Sur, Bioko Norte, Littoral, Central Sur, Digiloco, Reganazaz, Kianitim. I butchered that. I butchered those, Espanol names. Yes, Equatorial Guinea was a Spanish colony. So now, Gabon will go into the Republic of the Congo, invading into the province of Kerego. Why do I keep butchering these names? And they meet up with the Angolan exclave. They'll send their forces even more close, capturing a lot of major cities of Republic of the Congo and getting very close to the capital. I'm pretty sure this is a river right here, right? Let me check something. Brazzaville and whatever their capital name was is on a river. It's basically just a river border here. Basically, it's just an entire river. So Kanasha and Brazzaville are really just across from each other. Like if the Republic of the Congo really wanted to, they can easily take the capital, and vice versa. But that's not gonna happen today because of this. This just happened. Gabon has taken the Brazzaville from the Republic of the Congo, which is gonna bring them morale. We see them entering from this area of Equatorial Guinea. Or was that? No, that's Gabon. That's their original border. Sorry. I forget a lot of things. So now this is technically a two-front war on two sides. Technically, I don't know what I'm talking about. But we see more and more troops come out from the border here. and taking major city after major city. So, yeah. Not good. We see more and more forces retreat. We see Kongan forces retreating back to the border more and more. But Cambodian forces are right behind them. They will try to retreat to this border, but Cambodian forces over here will completely cut them off from reaching Cameroon. And they'll start to make an invasion up north, capturing their border with Cameroon, with the Central African Republic, and then they'll go down to cut them off, and these forces will meet up, cutting them off from their border, and they are completely encircled. These troops will attempt to flee underground, but their efforts are in vain, are in vain, because they get captured and killed. Yes, they get killed. And we can look at a peace treaty for this war. And in the peace treaty, we see that Gabon will fully annex the Republic of the Congo. Yes. Full annexation. Now, obviously, we gotta get rid of this. Whoa, what the... Boom, boom. The DRC was closely watching the invasion happen. And now they're scared. Yes, they're scared. But Gabon's like, we're not going to go after you just yet. We're going to prepare to fight you because you're pretty strong for us. You're too strong for us, so we're going to gather some strength before we go after you. So you'll have time to prepare. And the DRC is like, that's very kind of you. Why are you being so kind to us? Why are you telling us that? Well, the person who's making this video is telling us to not invade you because you're too strong. Because I'm essentially God for this series. So instead of going after the DRC, they'll divert their attention up north, specifically to these two countries right here. So we see Gabonian forces enter into Central African territory, immediately trying to go after their capital city of... What is their capital again? God, I forget things too easily. They'll immediately blitz towards the capital of Bangui, and they'll follow the border along here. But they also will make an incursion and try to encircle the capital city from the rest of the nation. So they actually will be able to take this area away. What the? They encircle the capital city region and they begin to blast through the nation. And they actually will encircle the entirety of the capital city area. They are on the outskirts of the gates of Bangui. Or Bangua, I don't know. Hold on, I gotta do something real quick. I need to fix this real quick. Sorry about the long pause. Just need to fix this border. There we go. So, immediately, Gabon is gonna just steamroll through the nation. And we see the surrendering of the Central African Republic. Make a look at their peace treaty with Gabon. And in the peace treaty with Gabon, it's not so good. Because they lose half of their territory to Gabon. Oh, wait. So, yeah. So, like, this is about what they got lost. They'll be forced to move their capital elsewhere because now it's under the control of Gabon. Not good. The DRC is just watching this. They're like, hey, this is a little much, don't you think? And, Gabon is like, mind your business. We're trying to form an empire here. Stop meddling in our business. Yeah. So they're going to be forced to move it into Bria, which is somewhere over here. They'll be forced to move it here. So now we'll see that Gabonian forces will set their eyesights on Cameroon. Specifically towards their capital city, which is very close to their border. So they'll send their troops into the nation, hoping to capture all of their coastal access, which they will actually do that. They capture their coast. They capture the coast and they begin to rapidly advance along the border of Nigeria. Why are they doing this? They don't want the Cameroonians to flee into Nigeria. So they'll quickly make an effort to cut them off. They will also send their forces up this way to cut them off from Chad, which I think Chad's not going to want them in there. But they'll send their troops over here, along here. They'll reach this river here and capture this area with relative ease. They can't flee into Chad. They will keep going along this border here. And they completely surround them. We see a lot of forces. We see them bolster up their forces. They take over this area of Equatorial Guinea. Of Cameroon. They still will invade over here. They'll spearhead towards this area to cut it off from the rest of the territory. We see them rapidly advance into this area, capturing the entirety of this province right here. We see them bolster up some more forces. Do not let them counterattack, have a counteroffensive on this border here. on this front line. So they begin to bolster up forces. They will send some forces over here, capturing major cities along the border here. Why are they doing this? Well, yeah, there's a reason for this. They're gonna make a spearhead area, kind of like a spearhead towards the capital city. But they're also just gonna go along here. We see these forces over here start to spearhead towards these forces. Eventually, they meet up. And we see a large, well, we see two large spearheads go right here. We see this spearhead advance further. We see this spearhead connect up with this area, encircling the capital city from the rest of the area country. So we see these forces immediately capture all of this land away, so they can't have a counteroffensive. They even will beef up this front line here to make sure Cameroon cannot advance too far to get to any Cameroonian forces outside the capital area. Eventually, this area will fall over to Gabonian forces. I think that's what you call them. I don't know. I'm not going to look it up. Correct me in the comments if any of you are from Gabon. And Gabon will go over. They'll reach the gates of the capital city. And Gabon will just encircle the entire capital city from the gates. And this will be a bloody battle. Yes, it's going to be very bloody. Because a lot of soldiers will die. But the Battle of Yaoundé will end in a decisive Gabonian victory. And we can look at the Treaty of Yaoundé. Yes, that's the treaty name. What is happening? So in this peace treaty, we see them lose. Well, they lose the entirety. They lose the entirety of their country. Yeah, you thought I was gonna spare them? No, they're not getting spared. We go ahead and get rid of this. That becomes a major city of Gabon. And Gabon is looking like they're gonna be the next biggest country in Africa. And now we will see Gabon will set their sights to Chad. Their capital city is right on the border. So we see Gabonian forces that were up here capture the capital of Chad, and they will lose all morale. Because now they will enter in across this river. And they begin to go across the river and take it. They will make a deal with Chad, and they will give. Well, actually, no. Chad just completely collapses after the loss of their capital. So we see the Chad just essentially just losing a bunch of land to them. Why is there a circle? So we just see Chad lose a majority of their land to Gabon. And the rest of it will be split between Nigeria. No, they won't be split. Well, we actually do see Sudan. We see that Sudan. Whoa. We see that Sudan joins an alliance. They take a majority of Chad here. They'll take the eastern provinces. We actually do see Libya over here. They will join this alliance as well, not just because they don't want to get invaded. So Libya will gain the other two provinces from Chad. So I'm gonna start with this. Whoa. Gonna start up here. I'm gonna try my best to add these provinces to do this correctly. Guys, I'm trying, okay? This looks horrible. But that's what the division will look like. Yay. So yeah, essentially just get rid of that. Just get rid of this area. Actually, we can just get rid of the entirety of this area. Right there. Hold on, we need to do something here. I'm doing something real quick. Boom. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna fix this up here. Look, that's better. Yep, that looks entirely good. And now with the help of these. Oh, I forgot to mention now, after a while, Gabon will puppet the rest of, the Central African Republic. I forgot to mention that in the peace treaty. After the invasion of Chad, they got puppeted. The rest of, the Central African Republic got a puppet government, which is going to be loyal to, Gabon, which we might see them use their puppet state to take some land from the DRC, which is coming right up, actually. So Sudan will be getting a lot of land now. God, this is horrible. I'm just gonna get rid of that. This. Just getting rid of some unnecessary things along here. Also, I think I might need to fix something here. Yeet. Livia, it's your turn to get this land here. Livia was kind of scared that they might get invaded, so they decided to choose just get in this alliance as well. So Gabon is pretty big. So now they will divert. Oh, also they just annexed Cabinda from. Yeah, they kind of already. They asked Angola for this exclave, which they agreed to give. So now that looks a little better. So now we see them invading into and capturing their coastal access. And they will also send their forces and capture the capital city. Also in Angola, the reason why Angola gave it up is because they were offered an exchange. In exchange for giving Gabon Cabinda, they would be joining their alliance. So that's why, yeah, bad. That is not good. The DRC was not expecting them to do this. And now we see, oh god. Yeah. Turns out they got some allies. Turns out Gabon just bribed some countries with land. So they can actually defeat the DRC. The DRC did not expect any of this to happen. We see, who is this? We see Zambian and Angolan forces meeting up over here. And they begin to bolster their forces. Oh, but we're not done. Yeah, we're not done yet. Because Rwanda and Burundi will be invading into the DRC. But no. Uganda is also invading into the DRC. South Sudan will not get involved. And the DRC will sign a peace deal with the invading forces, hopes of not getting completely divided up. But that's what their nightmare will be, to get completely divided up. We see them lose their capital area, a bunch of their land here, to Gabon. But we also see Gabon's puppet state of the Central African Republic getting 2 provinces, or 3. Angola. Oh. Angola will get 2 provinces. Zambia we'll get most of the provinces over here. We see Rwanda. Getting Nord Kivu. We are seeing Burundi getting Sud Kivu. That is so horrendous. I'm sorry. Well, I guess, no, that's not gonna be horrendous, because, yeah, I'm just gonna give them 2 more provinces. Actually, 3 provinces. That looks a lot better. Finally, we see that... Whoa, what? Uganda will be getting the rest of the DRC. Right there. So the DRC is essentially divided into nothing. So let's draw in these new borders. First off, yeet. Oh, gotta add in this. Alright, yeet. Oh. Then yeet. And a bit of a yeet. And yeet. That's horrendous. Sorry. Yeetily, deet. God, this looks weird. Whoa. God, this is so horrendous. The borders. I'm just gonna download the map before. Oh. Oh, thank God. Okay, it downloaded. Good. Just gonna clear it out. I gotta get rid of it. Yeah, I'm just doing that. Before it overheated the computer. That's a lot of border changes. Wait, where's their new capital at? Did I forget to put it down? Scheisse. Oh well, I'll put it right there. It's right there. Yeet. Yeet. There we go. There's the borders. That is horrendous. Now I'm gonna represent the alliance. Like this. Boom. 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 Probably say color here in a second. Boom. 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 There we go. Alright. Okay. Here. here. This. Oh. Boom. There's that. Libya's turn. Okay. Okay. Boom. Yeet. God. Boom. Just gonna do this. Oh. Hold on. There. That's what we're gonna do for this. Okay. Boom. That's what we're gonna do for the border dispute. Ooh. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Oh. This is a long video. There we go. Okay, like this. Okay. Yep. Okay. There. It's almost the entire map. Almost the entirety of the borders we need. It's almost done. Boom, done. If you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in What If the Republic of the Congo won an empire. Goodbye.